Morning students, today we will do some question of the exercise 4.3 till question number 7th we already have discussed, and from 8 to 11 as possible today we will complete. So okay, let's see question number 8 we will see. Question says a train travels 360 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 km per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less to cover the same journey. Find the speed of the train. Look at the question is based on single train with two speeds. First is a uniform speed and second increased speed. And definitely if you talk about and if you feel it's simple or practical, that if train is going on the going with the usual speed, suppose it takes 4 hours, but when its speed increased, it will definitely take a less hour than the previous one, because this time train gonna be fast because train speed has been increased. So to cover the same distance it will take definitely less hours. Suppose I am writing it's a 3 hours it is taking, so I'll say after increasing the speed of the train is taking 1 hour less than the previous one. 1 hour less than the previous one. So in first case the train was taking 4 hours to cover the journey, the distance, whatever the given distance. When the speed increased, it is taking 1 hour less than the previous one. So it is taking 3 hours. So this is actually the concept will come here. So I'll try to tell you that what question says. Again I read the question for you. A train travels 360 km at uniform speed. Let question number it is 8. Let uniform speed of the train be x kilometer per hour. It's a uniform speed, and distance of the two station already to 360 kilometer. Very first I tell you that this is the 360 kilometer. Train is going from here in this direction till the destination, and it is going with the speed x kilometer per hour. It's a usual speed, it's a uniform speed. So first of all we should know that in this condition what time it will take to reach here. What time it will take to reach here. So without wasting time I tell you, we know speed equal to distance upon time. Very simple formula. So speed is equal to, we have a speed x and distance is 360 upon t. I am writing t1 and t1 I transfer here, x I transfer here, by cross multiplication it gonna be this. So this time I am writing in hours. So t1 equal to 360 by x hours, meaning train is taking reach at the destination just after covering the 360 kilometer distance. It is taking 360 by x hours. Okay, in next condition what happens? According to question, the new speed, what happened? Question says when its speed is 5 km more, meaning 5 km per hour more, meaning it is right now uniform speed is x km per hour. In the next condition it gonna be fast by 5, meaning x plus 5 km per hour. Distance is as usual 360 km. Now its speed had been x plus 5, distance is same. So what time is it is taking now? So again I'll find the new time again using the speed equal to distance upon time. Speed is equal to x plus 5, distance is 360 and time is t2. So t2 I'll transfer here and 360 upon it is x plus 5 hours. I did transfer, I did cross multiply. I have got two kinds of time. First is a time when the train was going with its uniform speed. now speed now being increased by 5 kilometer per hour. This is a new time. One should know that this time is larger than this, because this time train gonna be faster, so time will be reduced, and this is a usual definite time. So about these two time, I will say that this train is a slow and this is a fast. So this time is a large and this time is a small. And according to question, what is the difference between the time? Question says it is taking 1 hour less. 1 hour less. But definitely when train gonna be fast, it will take 1 hour less. Suppose an example. Suppose very initially a train was reaching to its destination in 4 hours, and this time when train gonna be fast, while that speed increased, it will take 1 hour less, meaning 3 hours. So definitely it is a 4 hour, it is a 3 hour. So difference between these two time is 1. So 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. So as per question, I will write T1 minus T2 is equal to 1. So this time is a bigger and this time is a smaller, because this time speed is fast and this is a uniform speed. So difference between these two times is 1 hour. Now I'll put the values. It is T1 360 upon x and it is 360 upon x plus 5 is equal to 1. Now I'll make a quadratic equation by taking LCM. X and x plus 5. This will multiply 360 into x plus 5. This will multiply 360 into x is equal to 1. I'll multiply 360 into x plus 360 into 5. 1800 minus 360 x upon, I'll multiply here, x square plus 5x is equal to 1. So both will cancel. 1800 I'll cross multiply to this in 1. X square plus 5x will be there, and I transfer this there at x square plus 5x minus 1800 will be there, and this gonna be a so-called quadratic equation. The further you have to make the question, because you know the formula and you know the formula method. Get answer of x. If it is negative, ignore. If it is a positive, accept. So this only x is a requirement, because you have to find the usual speed of the train, and that's all. So this was the method. Simple. Train was it depend on a single train but two different times. Okay, so let me rub, and same question first I want to discuss with you, so that you will be confident that you can make questions. Okay, look at question number, taking here 10th. First I am telling you 10th and then the other question. Question number 10. An express train takes 1 hour less than the passenger train to travel 132 kilometer between Mysore and Bangalore. In bracket, whatever the writing written, I am not reading all this. If the average speed of the express train is 11 km per hour more than the passenger train, find the average speed of two trains. In the last question, there was one train and two different speeds. Here, the two different trains are given, and their speeds are also given by some relationship. I tell you, an express train takes 1 hour less than a passenger train to travel 132 km per hour. 132 km between Mysore and Bangalore. I tell you that it is a Mysore, it is a Bangalore, and between them it is 132 km distance. And two trains are there. It's first is a passenger train and second is an express train. Question says that express train takes 1 hour less than the passenger train, and it is very obvious because express train is a faster than the passenger train. So definitely it will take a less time. So it is again same is given 1 hour less. So okay, I'll find their respective timings. 132 km per hour, 132 km distance of between the Mysore and Bangalore are given. So I will find their respective timing of the passenger train as well as the express train, and then as usual the difference is a 1 hour. Okay, what about their speeds? The express train and passenger train have a speed is given in words. That express train takes 1 hour. Okay, the first sentence, not reading it again. In the third line, if the average speed of the express train is 11 km more than the passenger train. Okay, so question says let the speed of the passenger train be x kilometer per hour. So as per question, the speed of the express train will be 11 kilometer more than the passenger train, meaning x plus 11 kilometer per hour. So we have got both the distances. Now I'll first talk about the passenger train, and it's a Mysore, it is a Bangalore, it is 132 kilometer. So first I'll find that when passenger train goes from Mysore to Bangalore, what time it will take. Okay, I'll write for passenger train. For passenger train, speed equal to distance upon time. So speed is equal to x, distance is 132 and time is t1. So t1 is equal to 132 upon x hours. As usual, same in last we met. And for express train, speed equal to distance upon time. Speed is this time for express train, x plus 11, distance is 132 upon t2. Now I'll transfer t2 here. 132 upon x plus 11 hours. So I simply ask you, and one can simply consider that what time is the larger. So this is t1 for passenger train, it is for express train. So this time is larger than this one because it is a express train, will reach soon and will take less time. And t1 is a time for the passenger train, it will take a large time. So as per question says express train takes 1 hour less, meaning the difference between these two times is 1 hour, meaning t1 minus t2 is equal to 1 hour, same as we did in last. So t1 is equal to 132 upon x and t2 is equal to 132 upon x plus 11 equal to 1. So let me complete the same method. I'll take an LCM. I'll multiply, cross multiply x plus 11 minus 132x is equal to 1. So multiply here 132x plus okay, multiply it, and minus 132x upon x into x plus 11 is going to be x square plus 11x is equal to 1. These two cancel and I transferred it in the side of 1, we got this one. So again transferring, we have got so-called equation, but further is your task to do. Find their, question says find their speed of two trains. So first find your x, which is positive, accept, and negative, ignore. So whatever the x you're getting, it will be the speed of the passenger train, and on adding 11 you can get the speed of the express train. So this is very simple for the work. So do this by the same method from your side only. Okay, now I'm telling you one more simple question, last question of the exercise. Question says 11th one. Question is sum of, reading it now, sum of the areas of two squares is 468 square meter. If the difference of their parameters is 24 meter, find the sides of two squares. This time let me speak frankly that I'm unable to take, or something it is very difficult to take a single variable, because till now I have taught you quadratic equation based on a single variable. But that sentence you remember also that I told, if you are taking two variables, no matter at all, you just have to use the substitution method and convert the situation in one variable. It will definitely be a quadratic equation and solve. So this is a very simple question. Question says sum of the areas of two squares is 462 squares. I'm just making it. It is not necessary, but still I'm making. Suppose these are two squares, and the area of the sum of the areas equal to, it is equal to 468 square meter. So how we can get the situation? So okay, first we say let it is just its sides are x and sides are y. So I'll write here, let sides of first square be suppose it is a smaller, so I just consider it is a big and it is smaller one. It is y. Let side of the first square, the larger square, be x meter or centimeter. It is meter. And sides of the second square, which is actually smaller one, be y meter. So don't afraid about y. Y will definitely turn in a x later. So as per question, first line is sum of the areas of two square, meaning the area of first square plus area of second square. So what is the area of the square? Side into side, side square. Meaning, according to question, the area of the first square, look at, I'm writing area of the first square and area of the second square is equal to 468. Okay. So what is the area of first square? Side into side, meaning x square, and side into side, meaning y square, equal to 468. So don't afraid about, again I tell you, don't afraid about the condition. You got the equation in x and y, but later condition is very important for us. Again, we are given, what we are given? Read here in the book. If the difference of their parameter is 24 meter, difference of the parameter, definitely it is a big I consider. It is considered. So it's a big minus a small. The parameter of the big and the parameter of small, the difference between the parameters is equal to 24. So I'll write here parameter of the large first square minus parameter of the second square, we have got 24. Question says clearly that difference between their parameters is equal to 24. So our big square is this one and small square is this one. So difference between their parameters is equal to 24. So what is the parameter of first square? What is the parameter of square? 4 into side. 4 into side. What is the parameter of the second square? 4 into side. 24. So I'll do divide by 4 to make it easy. So this is going to be x and this is going to be y, this is going to be 6. So this equation now change in x and y, and this is again in x and y. So what we are going to do, we will find one variable value and put here. So as usual, I will find two value y. X minus 6 equal to y and by 1. Now I'll take the help of this one. So how we can take help of this one? I'll write x square. I have a y. So y value is y is x minus 6. So I'll put here x minus 6 square is equal to 468. Now question gonna be in x. Actually equation is now changing in x. How it is so? Open it by all the way. A minus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab equal to 468. X square and x square gonna be 2x square minus 12x plus 36 minus 468. Now change them. 2x squared, 2x, and these two will be minus 432. Divide by 2. Divide by 2, you will have this kind of condition. And this is so-called quadratic equation. Find from here the value of x. Question says find the sides of the squares. So you will get the positive value of x except negative value. Please ignore. And whatever the values of x you're getting, put here in the equation number 2. You can get the value of y also. And this will be your final answer. So this is from my side the exercise. Now few remaining questions you do. If you have any trouble, you can ask me on my WhatsApp. Thank you.